Every
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Liliana. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button at the end. And if you want to be notified when I post any new videos, be sure to click that notification bell as well. So getting on to this look, I decided that I wanted to do a prom 2018 inspired makeup look because personally I've never been to prom. So I thought, why not do a beautiful prom inspired makeup look and, you know, get that satisfaction from where I didn't get it. Know what I'm saying? So this makeup is very neutral as well. So the colors will go with any dress and any eye color and like make you super sultry. So if your dress is pink, purple, blue,
red, green,
yellow, silver, sparkly, gold, it'll go with anything. So if you want to see how I got this beautiful makeup look, then continue watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to be going into the shade Musk and I'm going to start using this as a transition shade. And I'm going to start on the crease, the outer crease, but I'm not going to take it out too far this time. I'm just going to create a circle type eyeshadow. And I'm just going to be blending this back and forth. And it's okay to get this on the lid because we're going to clean it up with concealer a little later. So as usual, the pressure that I'm using is very light. I'm barely holding the end of the tip of the brush and I'm just moving it back and forth. So I'm going to be going in with the BH Cosmetics blending brush and I'm just going to blend out the edges. So just to be safe, I'm going to go in with this tan shade right here in the 350 palette. So I'm just going to follow what I did with the transition shade, only darkening the pigment. And I am putting a little bit more pressure onto the lid and the brush. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to darken the corners of the shadow real quick. And I'm going to be dipping right back into the Morphe 350 palette. And I'm going to be using this darkish brown shade right here. So like I said, we're just darkening up the corners. So I'm going to go on the inner corner of my eye and place it very lightly in a tapping motion. And then I'm just going to blend it through. So I'm taking a lip brush and a little bit of concealer and I am going to create a halo effect with the brush. Now that we have the concealer where we want it, I'm going to take a small concealer brush from Morphe and I'm going to just blend it all out. So when I do a gradient of colors onto the concealer, I always like to start with the lightest shade, the shade in between, and then the darkest shade because then all those shades are easier to blend. I feel like when you do the dark, it can get everywhere and it can mess up the look that you really want to go for. So like I said, I always like to do the lighter shade first. So I'm going to take a Real Techniques blending brush and I'm going to be going into this peachy warm shade. It's not peachy, but you know, it looks like it. This shade right here. And I'm going to lightly put it onto the brush. And then I am going to start the gradient effect on the concealer. Okay, so now I'm going back into the darker shade that I was using from the Morphe palette and the same blending brush from Morphe, and I'm going to just tap and then blend. So going back in with the small concealer brush, I'm going to be blending the second shade in the palette right here onto the white part of the crease. So I'm just going to go in with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Glow Pro in the shade 206 for my foundation. First I'm going to use a beauty blender to... Actually no. Let's stop. It's getting dark in this area. And I don't have red concealer, so what I do is, I'll show you guys right now, when I don't have red concealer. Is I take this big fluffy brush from Real Techniques and I dip it into a red eyeshadow and I just put it on the dark area. You know what areas I'm talking about, I don't have to say it. Going back in with the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Pro, I'm just going to cover up the concealer and foundation the rest of my face. Okay, so going in with the concealer, just so the concealer is really light and it's not heavy, I'm just going to tap it on to the palette and then put it onto the skin where I want it. Okay, now I'm just going to set that concealer with my translucent powder kit, a kit that I made on my own. All I do is just take out the beauty blender, grab my Mehron translucent powder, and put it into this CoverGirl lid for powder, and then I just dip it. See? Little makeshift, and it doesn't get everywhere. So while I am setting the concealer, I'm going to go in with my NARS Laguna bronzer, and I am going to contour my face with this. So I'm just going to take a bronzer brush and pick up some bronzer and then contour my face. So I'm going to pat it and leave it there until I blend it. Almost kind of like baking, but with bronzer. So to highlight my face, I am taking the Dose of Colors collaboration with Desi and Katie in the shade Fuego. And I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. So moving on to the bottom of the eyes, I'm going to go back into the dark shade and I'm going to smoke out my under eyes. So I'm using a small little fluffy brush, just move this hair out the way, and I'm just going to start smoking. Make sure you tap it so you don't have any excess fallout onto your concealer. For the lips, I am using Colourpop's and Sarahi's collection, and it is the shade 951, and I'm going to line my lips with this. My lips are a little chappy today, so forgives. And then I'm going to take the Dose of Colors Desi and Katie collection, and I'm taking the shade new shade. And I'm going to, you know, then I am going to take the shade Pillow Talk from Colourpop, if I can get it up. Okay, there we have it. And I'm going to shadow the outer corners of my lips with this. Finally, going in with the curvy lip gloss from Colourpop, and I love Sriracha. I am just going to get these lips shining. Okay guys, so this is the finished Prom 2018 makeup look. As I said earlier, this is a very neutral glam, you know, so you can wear this with any prom dress. It does not matter what color it is because this is going to go with it and it's going to make your eyes pop in regardless what color it is. I just wanted to throw in blue contacts because, you know, the blonde wig, but whatever. So if you've made it this far in my video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and click the bell as well so you can get notified when I post any new videos, which is every week. So I'll see you guys in my next video, and until then, bye. Ooh, lie down, bitch. Go sleep.